make our way to 70 kilos.
And this is a pick I was bragging to Richard about earlier today. I said, Richard, how many people in the country you think had Chris Castillo making the final?
I said only Willie.
I picked him. I think I picked him.
Castillo in the blue, Gantt in the red.
Picked him to finish runner-up. And he's wrestling.
Castillo, what impresses you most about him, Willie? Why'd you pick him? You're not surprised.
In my preview, I said that he's very experienced in the international styles. One of the most experienced in the bracket, and he's up there with Boise State. And I just think Boise State coaches, I think they prepare their guys for international styles really well. They got a good camp in there, and I don't know. I just thought he'd be well prepared.
He's up 1-0, 120.
Tommy Gantt, national qualifier this year for NC State.
Fireman's carry.
Old school. Castillo originally of Washington. He, he placed at Fargo a bunch of times. Might have made the finals as a cadet one year. And again, this one also is a non-sanctioned weight. They don't. 70 kilograms is not.
These two guys are contrast in body types.
Yeah,
once you look at Castillo, low to the ground, tree trunk legs, and of course with Castillo,
Gantt's long and lanky.
Relying more on his leverage, I would think, if he's able to. If that comes into play, but it's going to be tough. When you look at Castillo like a rock. Castillo. And spin around behind, beat that right shoulder. Short time, 15 seconds. Now he's able to spin around and get the point. 5-0. And Castillo takes the first period 5-0.
So far, your pick's looking pretty good, Will.
Well, no, it's not. I picked Castillo to be runner-up.
Well, then you're wrong.
Then I'm going to be wrong.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Still got another period to go.
How'd they get here, Shane? Can you take us through that a little bit?
He beat Blaze Butler in the semis 3-0, lost the second period 0-2.
Blaze Butler, really, one of those Illinois boys that's good in freestyle and Greco.
And then for Castillo, 1-0, 1-1, hard-fought battle there in the semis. Beat Jordan Henriksen.
Jordan Henriksen, that's my boy, Jordan Henriksen, Colorado kid now at Oregon State. I picked Henriksen to finish fourth in this weight class, I think. Gantt driving Castillo, but look at this.
He is really going.
That's a motor. And Castillo's going to end up with the push-out.
Castillo just looks so solid. Looks so solid. You'd think Gantt would be able to get in on his legs, that length he has. He has quite a sizable length advantage.
Nice show of quickness there by Castillo, too. But like Shane said, his legs are like Chris Bono-esque, If you're going to finish on him, you're going to have to take your shots high. You can't take low shots because it's too strong.
It's one thing to get past the head and the hands, but to get through his hips. It's a whole other story. And he's low to the ground. And we talked about Castillo being as tall as he is. That's going to be pretty difficult to get that, get that low and be able to generate that explosiveness to attack him.
Yep.
It's going to be tough. I think we've seen here, at least from a kind of a body type comparison, that Castillo is just kind of a nightmare matchup for him.
Yeah.
I think he's a nightmare matchup for most guys. He's up 4-0. One thing we've seen here for the most part in these finals is I mean, one guy's been, better than the other by a pretty significant margin, at least on this day.
Yeah.
And a lot can change. When you look at freestyle and Greco, it can change. I mean, you see it within a match, 6-0, 0-6.
Right. Yeah, most of the matches have been, there was a clear winner. Well, maybe with the exception of Whitford, Gulabon.
Gulabon was a real tight battle, and I don't have the notes here in front of me, but for the most part, we've seen a lot of two-period matches.
And that's what we'll have here as Chris Castillo wins the FILA Junior Freestyle title at 70 kilograms. Was